You know that nagging chronic pain that just won't go away? No matter what you try? You do all the right things. You see all the specialists, but you're still left frustrated, feeling like your own body is a total mystery. Well, today, we're going to dive into a whole new way of understanding our bodies, one that might just hold the key. This feeling right here is one that so many of us can relate to. It's that sense of doing everything you're supposed to do, but nothing changes. It's an incredibly frustrating place to be, and it leads to a really simple but profound question. And this is it. This is the big question. What if we've been so focused on the individual parts, the tight shoulder, the sore knee, that we've completely ignored the underlying system that connects every single thing together? This shift in perspective is where our whole journey of discovery really kicks off. Every great breakthrough starts with a problem that just won't be ignored. And for the author of our source material, that problem was years of unexplained pain. It sparked a search for a new language, a new way to understand what her body was desperately trying to communicate. And believe it or not, the first clue came from a simple foam roller. But here's the twist. Instead of meeting resistance, she felt pressure being released. It wasn't about forcing a muscle to do something. It was like she was communicating with a much deeper system. And that experience pointed to a huge missing piece of the puzzle, this hidden network woven throughout the entire body. So what was this missing piece? Well, it's called fascia. And honestly, understanding it is like learning the secret operating system of your body. It's the very architecture that shapes how you move, how you feel, and maybe even how you think. Okay, so think of fascia as a living, intelligent fabric that weaves your entire body together into one piece. This is not just some passive packing material. It's a high-speed communication grid that connects everything, from your biggest muscles and bones all the way down to every single cell. And fascia does so much more than we ever give it credit for. It's actually a sensory organ that can feel emotion faster than your conscious brain can even process it. It creates the superhighways for your circulation, and, this is huge, it is the architectural blueprint that literally gives your body its form. It's not just in your body. In a lot of ways, it is your body's structure. Now, the key to healthy fascia is hydration. When it's hydrated, all its fibers glide smoothly past one another. Movement feels easy, and those internal communications are crystal clear. But when it gets dry, it stiffens up, it gets sticky, and it creates restrictions. It's basically like static on a phone line. Signals get lost, circulation slows down, and that's when pain or fatigue sets in. But true hydration here is about more than just drinking water. It's about creating the right conditions for your tissues to actually absorb it. This quote really just sums it all up. The health of your entire body depends on the health of this interconnected web. So, if hydration is the key, how would we unlock it? Well, to understand that, we need to look beyond the physical tissue and see its direct link to another incredibly powerful system. You see, to truly speak the language of fascia, you first have to understand its gatekeeper, the nervous system. Fascia doesn't just respond to how you move. It responds to your mental and emotional state, minute by minute. Your nervous system basically has two main gears. There's the sympathetic state. That's your protection mode. Think of it like a car alarm going off. When you're in this state, your fascia instinctively tightens up to brace for impact. Then there's the parasympathetic state. This is your healing mode, where the body can finally rest, digest, and repair. And when this is active, your fascia softens and can finally rehydrate. And here is the absolute bottom line. The body cannot be in both of those states at the same time. It will always prioritize protection over repair. This means feeling safe isn't just some nice idea. It's a biological prerequisite. It's the non-negotiable first step before any real healing or that deep tissue rehydration can even begin. So, how do we tell our body it's safe? Well, it starts with something you're already doing, your breath. A long, slow exhale literally signals to your nervous system that the danger is over. Then there's gentle, rhythmic pressure. That sends a direct, calming message to the brain. And finally, awareness. Just paying attention to the sensation without judgment transforms a potential threat signal into useful information. So once we understand how to communicate safety, we can actually start to rebuild. And this brings us to a method that really mirrors how the body is designed to restore itself naturally, a return to its inherent rhythm. This method follows a simple three-phase cycle. First is the reset. That's all about creating that essential safety and rehydrating the tissue. Next up is realign, where you restore structural balance and efficient movement patterns. And finally, recover, which teaches your whole system how to sustain this new, healthier state for the long haul. And this, right here, is the core message of this whole approach. It is not about fixing something that's broken. It's about remembering. Your body is incredibly intelligent and already knows exactly how to heal. Our job is simply to create the right environment for it to do that amazing work. Ultimately, this understanding isn't just a set of exercises or some protocol you follow for a few weeks. It actually becomes a new way of being in your own body, a fundamental shift in how you relate to yourself. What this means is moving away from that constant fight to force your body to obey and instead entering into a real partnership with it. Suddenly, symptoms aren't seen as failures anymore. They're seen as valuable information. It's a huge, fundamental shift towards listening. See, this isn't about a total overhaul or becoming some new person. The path to feeling better, to moving with ease, it begins with the simple but profound act of just listening to the language your body is already speaking. So, I'll leave you with this question. If your body is constantly communicating through the language of its tissues, through tightness, fatigue, or maybe even calm, what is it trying to tell you right now, today? The answer to that could be the start of a whole new conversation with yourself.